Justin, thank you for doing this regular column for my newsletter. I really appreciate that. Now, tell me what's happening in January as you see 2016 going forward.
Well, it's been a remarkable start to the year, hasn't it? When you look at the economic data as to what's going on, well, frankly, there's no new news, but you wouldn't see that in what's happening in the markets. You know, we've got China still growing at the moment, and American figures pretty good, particularly their unemployment figures. Eurozone figures pretty okay there. And of course, the United Kingdom all right. Now look at the stock markets, they've gone bananas. Why? This fear that actually China is going to have a hard landing and it's collapsing. Well, we've just actually had figures out of China, and it's showing it's slowing up a bit, just under 7%. That's okay. No, those figures aren't going to be entirely correct. What we do know is the global economy is still growing, but what you've seen a change this year is a change that one vital word that runs an economy: confidence. If the confidence is shot, then people won't invest, they won't spend. The question is, over the next few months, will people start regaining that confidence to actually say, it's okay, the world is not going to disappear off into some chaos, but it's going to be actually recovering in a quite straightforward, or at least growing in a straightforward way. Now add to that the fears of the Middle East, add to that some stupid little dictator in Northern Korea playing with his birthday hydrogen bomb, and that was enough to give people the frighteners. And that's what you saw happening in the markets. Now, this is important for the economy, because if that confidence starts leaching away, then that won't help the global economy. My view is actually over the next few weeks, we'll start seeing through that and saying, actually, it is okay. There are problems over here. The cost of money is not going to be going up anytime soon. But actually, we will find China will still be growing, albeit at a slower, lower level. On that basis, 16 starts calming down. If that happens, I think we're in for a good year. If we lose confidence again, then that'll make life a lot more difficult.
Now, in your weekly newsletter, you talk about the issues about confidence and the commentators being so negative. What can we do about that?
Well, when you get comments, we had RBS saying sell everything. That's not just a stupid comment, that's an irresponsible comment. Because actually, in most cases, you're in a position where even if you do see financial disasters, things pick up again. For investors, you need to invest on the basis you're getting compound returns. That's, say, all your dividend returns over time. That gives you a huge difference. Much more important than stock markets going up and down like a yo-yo. And also, don't sell out at the worst times, because that's when you see the days of the biggest positive moves. And it's those big moves when the market goes up that are so important for your long-term returns. So RBS were being irresponsible, in my view. And people should look through that and say, I'm investing for the medium to long term, and ignore the storm.
Do I see a change in the views on Brexit and Cameron? Is Cameron beginning to get his way in Europe?
It's fascinating with Brexit, isn't it? Because half the population is sort of saying, actually, we can sort of see the problems with Europe, particularly a lot of this around some of the political issues around immigration. It's very sensitive. Then you've got the other side of it, people saying, hang on, we'd be mad to leave this, the largest club in the world, economic club in the world. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out over the next few months. The question is, has he been able to negotiate a credible deal with the partners? And it looks as though it will be, no, not a fantastic deal, but a reasonable deal he can come back with. My big concern is whether you've got the swivel-eyed loons in the Tory party who are liable to actually cause more problems for it, and therefore cause more difficulties within Parliament. He's got a relatively small majority, particularly when you give them the issues that the Labour Party have got as well. So it's one thing us deciding what to do, but we've got a government and a set of politicians at the moment that frankly are lacking some leadership.
Justin, thanks once again for joining me and my readers.
Thanks, Derek. Pleasure.